Hello everybody and welcome back to Two Brothers Outdoors. Hold on. Hello everybody, welcome back to Two Brothers Outdoors for another sawmill experience.
We are now open.
We have a hemlock log on the mill today. It is tapered very little. Tim's already measured it. What do you got on one end?
13 one way, 14 on the other.
So we got to bring this log up a 1/2 inch on one end, this end right here, before we do the formula. We're going to do the formula today. We've gotten a lot of input from you guys on this formula, and we're kind of anxious to try it out. All right, so we're going to get this raised up a 1/2 inch, and then we'll do the formula, and we've even shortened the formula down a little bit more. One of our subscribers shortened it for us, and Paul with Southern Adirondack and Andy, they worked up a list. I'll show you the list in a minute, but let's get this up a 1/2 inch and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, so we got this toe boarded up a 1/2 inch, and we actually got the log on backwards, but we're going to cut it that way anyway. It really doesn't matter. So we're going to work off of 13 inches because that's what we have at the small end. And I'll show you what we're going to do here in just a minute. Okay guys, so Southern Adirondacks, and we printed it out, but it printed so big that we just copied it by hand. But Southern Adirondacks did all the math, came up with diameters and square cant. That was very nice of them to do that for us. And then Grizz 2702, he says don't do it the hard way like we did right here. He said take the diameter, multiply it times 7, the number you come up with, drop the second number, or the last number, the last number, which comes up with 9. 13 times 7 is 9.1.
Or 91.
Well, it'd be 91, but you'd put the point in there instead of dropping the 1, or it'd be 9 inches. And then we come down here, 13 inches, and Southern Adirondacks also came up with 9.1 on their list. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We know we're dealing with 13 inches. So we're going to mark the center of the log like we did before. And then we're going to bring our line up half of 9 inches. So let me get the line marked on here. I'll show you what we're going to do. Dealing with the big end, which is 14 inches, to find the center of the log, Tim's going to mark the log at 7 because this is 14 inches. Put a good mark on there. All right, so now our square cant is going to be 9 by 9. So what we want to do is we want to come up 4.5 inches from that line. Four and a half. Make a good mark on it. All right, double check because I think your pencil slipped. From the center up, 4.5.
4 1/4.
Yeah, you got to come up to 1/2. All right, that'll work. All right, so we're 4.5 from the center of the log, correct? Yep, that's perfect.
Okay.
All right, that's the only line we're going to put on there, guys. And I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, so Tim's going to start to saw up and get it warmed up a little bit, and then we'll start filming again. Contact. How do you get an electric start Patriot, Tim?
Clear blade. Contact.
Okay, so Tim made a score mark with the blade. He's right at the line. That's where he's going to make his first cut, and then we'll go from there. Whatever flitches we take off of here, we'll stack them over here for resaw. Maybe we'll be lucky and don't have to resaw any of them. All right, guys, here we go. Alright guys, just when you think things can go perfect, it does not. The toe board slipped just before he got to the end of it. We ended up with this whoopty. So we're going to have to straighten this out before we do anything else, which is going to require us to roll this 180 degrees. Let's move the log down let it sit on this bunk here and pass this bunk. We got to see what the difference is right here. From right here, looks like ½ inch. A little more than a half inch.
If you do this, because it's already dropped, what's that say? 10 3/4?
10 and a half. Okay, so to stick with the formula to get a square cant, he's going to have to cut this 9 3/4. Then we got to roll it back over again and cut the other side flat. These things happen, folks. Everything can't always be perfect. I don't know how the toe board slipped, but it did just as the saw got to the end. Real Sawyers learn to adapt and straighten out the mess ups. Hopefully we'll still end up with a 9x9 cant. Okay, so he's going to skim this log.
Right there?
Yep, to get this out right here, hopefully. Okay, so we got the thing straightened out. We got to roll it one more time to make sure we're at 9 inches, and then we'll be good to go. This one's going to take a few minutes more than we were planning.
If I didn't chintz out and got a good toe board, I wouldn't have this problem.
Alright, so he's going to go back through this side, which you've already cut, but he's going to put it at 9 inches and make sure that we're at 9 inches. Okay, so we got it straightened out. That's 9 inches thick. We're going to roll it 100 or 90 degrees and then make our next cut without the line. We're going to have to bring this end up about a ½ inch as well, but we'll use something different than the toe board. Okay, so we got it toe boarded up a little bit different. Might be a little higher than a ½ inch, but not much. Alright, so what we're going to do on this end, instead of drawing lines, he's going to start his cut at the lowest corner. Whatever corner is your lowest corner, start your cut there.
That side's going to be lower though.
Start your cut at the lowest corner. Okay, here we go. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Guys, we ended up with a little wane on this corner right here. It's not bad, but that's our fault because of the toe board slipping, which wasn't expected. We'll have to come up with a setup on this like we did on my mill. All right. Now he should make the next cut at 9 inches and he should be right on the money. Guys, so what he did was, on his last cut, he went the closest 4/4 to 9 inches since we wanted a 9x9 cant. Is what we came out with on the scale, or the formula. So he cut to the nearest 4/4 on his scale. Left a little bit of wane here, but not bad. So he's going to start ripping off 1-bys now. That wane's got a flat edge on one side, so we'll still be able to use it for siding. That's what they make batting for. Okay guys, we ended up with 9 boards, and we got one flitch that's thick enough to get a couple of boards out of, so we're going to cut that. The other flitches ended up on the firewood pile. So right now we've got, if we didn't have the screw up, we'd probably have less than 15 minutes in this sawing. Right now we got 20 in it because of the screw up with the toe board. So 4 times 9 so far is $36 we made in 15 minutes. Let's see what we can get out of these flitches, and we'll see how much our total product is worth. Okay, so we forgot that this flitch had a whoopty in it because of the mess up with the toe board. So what we did was we cut a flat spot on the other side, and he's going to get this out of it, and then we're going to see what we can get out of the flitch. So we got rid of the whoopty. There's the whoopty right there. So now he's gonna.
So I cut it at 1.5 inches, and you flip it back over and cut it at 4/4.
4/4, correct. Hey guys, say bye-bye to our whoopty. There it is. And there's the other flitches that aren't thick enough to do nothing with it. Hey, he's gonna cut just under the bark. I would say just go under the bark, wouldn't you? Hopefully we get a 1x9 out of this. Okay guys, we ended up with 10 1x9s, which will equal out about $40. And then we got a 1x8 out of the top of that flitch that Tim cut when he made it flat. All right, not too shabby. We got about a half hour into it tops, even with the screw up. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Give us a thumbs up so the algorithm loves us. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, hit that subscription button. You don't want to miss any of our videos.
Till the next one, we'll catch you later.